when life feels overwhelming. Ever feel like everything's just too much? Like you're carrying the weight of 100 worries all at once? Maybe it feels like your mind won't slow down, like there's this constant noise in the background that never fully quiets. Thoughts racing from one thing to the next. Responsibilities, decisions, unfinished tasks, all blending together until it's hard to catch a breath. Maybe even right now, you're listening to this because deep down, you just want a moment of calm. A moment to exhale. A moment to feel like you're not drowning under the pressure of it all. And friend, that's okay. You're not weak for feeling this way. You're human. Life gets heavy sometimes. Even the strongest people, the ones who smile in front of others, the ones who push through day after day, even you need moments to pause and just breathe. So right now, just for these few minutes, I want you to let go of the need to hold it all together. You don't have to fix anything in this moment. You don't have to figure out the next step. This is not a time for problem solving. This is a time for you to slow down and have a quiet time with Jesus. A moment just between you and him, where the world can pause, where the noise can fade, where you don't have to perform or explain. Just be right here, right now, as you are. You're not alone in how you're feeling. So many people are walking around with silent battles, hidden stress, fears they don't talk about. But you've chosen to lean in to make space for peace, to seek comfort in something real, in someone real. And that's what this moment is for. It's for the tired heart, the restless mind, the anxious soul that's been running on empty. You don't need to pretend you're okay. Jesus doesn't ask that of you. In fact, he already sees the overwhelm you're carrying, the worries you've been trying to manage on your own, the tears you've held back when no one was looking. And still, he draws near. So, take a slow, deep breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. Feel your shoulders relax. Unclench your jaw. Let your hands loosen from whatever invisible thing you've been gripping. Let the tension begin to release little by little with each breath. This is your permission to rest, to pause, to just sit in the presence of the one who loves you more than you can imagine. You don't have to say the perfect prayer. You don't have to find the right words. Simply being here, opening your heart, is enough. Jesus understands you more than anyone else ever could. He knows what this season feels like for you. He's seen every sleepless night, every exhausted morning, every moment you wondered how you'd make it through the day. And right now, in this quiet space, he's leaning in, not with disappointment, not with judgment, but with love, with compassion, with an open invitation for you to come and rest. So, here's your moment. Let the world wait for just a little while. Lay down the heaviness. Let yourself breathe. Let yourself feel seen. Let yourself be held in this quiet time with Jesus. The invitation to pause. Right here, right now, Jesus is inviting you to pause, to simply stop for just a few minutes and let the noise of life fade into the background. You don't have to keep pushing at the same exhausting pace. You don't have to pretend you're fine when inside you're running on empty. This is your invitation to step away from the stress, the deadlines, the expectations, the long list of things that need your attention. This is your moment to breathe. You've been carrying so much lately, always moving from one task to the next, always thinking about what still needs to get done, always feeling like there's no room to catch your breath. But here's the truth. Jesus isn't asking you to carry it all on your own. He's not standing off in the distance, waiting for you to have everything together before you come to him. No, he's right here, in this moment, offering you something better, offering you peace, offering you rest, offering you a pause. It's easy to get caught up in the belief that stopping, even for a little while, is a luxury you can't afford. That if you pause, everything will fall apart. That if you take a break, you'll somehow get behind. But Jesus is gently reminding you, your worth isn't measured by how much you accomplish in a day. Your value isn't tied to your productivity. You are loved right now, as you are, even in your most tired, worn-out state. So breathe. Let go of the tension sitting in your chest. Relax your shoulders. Let your mind slow down just for a few minutes. This is not wasted time. This is soul care. This is sacred space. A moment where you trade your exhaustion for his peace, your restlessness for his stillness, your anxiety for his calm. You don't have to have all the answers right now. You don't need a 10-step plan to solve everything you're going through. Jesus isn't waiting for you to come with perfect solutions or perfectly worded prayers. He's simply inviting you to come, to sit in his presence, to let him meet you right where you are. Maybe this feels unfamiliar. Maybe pausing like this feels hard, especially when you're used to staying busy just to keep the overwhelming thoughts at bay. But lean in anyway. Trust that even in this short pause, something is shifting. Your heart, your mind, your spirit, they're finding room to breathe again. And Jesus, he's already here, ready to hold what's too heavy for you, ready to quiet the noise in your soul, ready to fill you with his peace. So let this moment be what it is: a simple, quiet pause. No pressure, no expectations, just you breathing in his presence and letting him carry what you no longer can. Let this be the start of releasing the weight you've been holding and finding rest right here with him. Jesus understands your weariness. He sees how tired you are, truly, deeply. He sees it, not just this surface level exhaustion that others notice, but the weariness that runs deep inside. The kind that builds quietly day after day until even getting out of bed feels like a victory. Jesus knows the silent battles you're fighting, the ones no one else knows about. The overthinking that keeps you awake long after the world has gone to sleep. The nights where your mind spins with endless what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. The moments where you lie there, staring at the ceiling, wondering if things will ever feel lighter again. He knows the weight you carry, the expectations that feel impossible to meet, the pressure to stay strong for everyone else, even when you're breaking inside. The feeling of being pulled in 1,000 different directions, stretched thin, emotionally worn, physically drained, spiritually empty. And yet, here you are, still showing up, still trying, still pushing through the heaviness. But friend, you were never meant to carry it all alone. Jesus offers something different, something gentle, something healing. In Matthew 11, verse 28, he says, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." This isn't just a poetic verse meant to sound nice in a church service or printed on a coffee mug. It's a real, living, breathing invitation. And it's for you, right now in this moment. Think about that for a second. Jesus, the one who holds the universe together, is looking at you in your exhaustion, in your overwhelm, and saying, "Come to me." Not, "Fix yourself first." Not, "Be stronger." Not, "Get your act together." But simply, "Come," just as you are, with the messy thoughts, with the tired heart, with the emotions you don't fully understand, with the questions, with the doubts, with the fears you've been too afraid to voice. His rest, it's not like the temporary relief we find from scrolling through our phones or distracting ourselves with entertainment or trying to numb the ache with busyness. His rest is deeper. It's the kind that reaches places nothing else can touch. It quiets the noise. It steadies the anxious heart. It brings peace where there's been turmoil. It fills the empty spaces with something real, something lasting, something healing. You don't have to do anything fancy to receive it. You don't have to pray with perfect words. Right now, even just sitting here, listening with your tired soul, is enough. That's the beauty of grace. Jesus meets you where you are, not where you think you should be. So breathe that in. Let those words settle over you like a soft blanket of truth wrapping around your heart. He sees you. He knows what this season feels like for you. And he's not distant. He's not disappointed. He's drawing near with open arms, with rest for your soul, with peace for your mind, and with love that never grows tired of holding you, even when you're too tired to hold on yourself. Let go, just for now. So, what if just for these next few moments you let go? Really let go. Not forever. Not for the whole day. Just for now. Just for this small window of time where you can breathe without feeling guilty, where you can rest without thinking you're falling behind. What if you gave yourself permission to lay it all down? The pressure to do more. The endless mental checklists that keep running through your mind like an endless loop. The questions that don't seem to have answers. The worries about tomorrow, next week, next month, even the things you're bracing for but aren't sure will even happen. You don't have to carry it all. Not right now. It's okay to pause. It's okay to release the tight grip you've had on all the moving parts of your life. Jesus isn't asking you to be strong in this moment. He's not standing there with a clipboard, grading how well you're holding it all together. He's simply here, with you, inviting you to just be. No striving, no performing, no expectations. Just you and him, right here. And you don't need fancy words to be here with him. You don't need the perfect prayer, the right phrases, or some long, eloquent speech. Jesus knows your heart already. He knows the things you're too tired to say out loud. He knows the things you can't even put into words yet. The beauty of this moment is that your presence is enough. Sitting here, breathing, letting your heart rest is enough. Let go of the what-ifs and the should-haves. Let go of the guilt that tries to creep in when you slow down. Let go of the fear that says if you stop, everything will fall apart. The world can wait for a few minutes. The responsibilities, they'll still be there when you're ready. But right now, this time is sacred. It's a quiet space carved out for your soul to breathe. Picture yourself laying it all down, like setting heavy bags on the floor after carrying them for miles. One by one, releasing the things that have weighed you down. The stress, the decisions, the expectations, the self-doubt, the anxiety, all of it laid at his feet. And as you do, feel the tension start to lift. Feel the knots in your chest begin to loosen. Feel your shoulders drop for where you've been unknowingly holding them up for far too long. Jesus is here in this moment, offering you his peace. A peace that doesn't depend on circumstances. A peace that isn't shaken by the unknowns. A peace that stays, even when life feels unpredictable. He's not rushing you. He's not pushing you to move on quickly. He's simply inviting you to stay, to rest, to breathe, and to let go just for now. So take another slow breath in, and as you exhale, picture yourself releasing it all, every burden, every fear, every expectation. Let go into his hands, and let yourself, just for this moment, be held. Reminders of his peace. His peace isn't something you have to earn. It's not reserved for people who have it all together. It's not something you unlock by saying all the right prayers or living a perfect, struggle-free life. His peace is a gift, freely given, offered right in the middle of your mess, your questions, your uncertainty. It's for moments just like this, when your heart feels heavy, when your mind feels loud, when everything in you is searching for something steady to hold on to. Maybe you've been feeling like peace is out of reach, like it's something other people talk about, but you rarely experience for yourself. Maybe you've been thinking, once this situation gets better, once I finish this project, once the bills are paid, once the relationship heals, then I'll feel peace. But Jesus doesn't put conditions on his peace. He doesn't say, when life is perfect, I'll give you rest. No, he offers it right now, right in the middle of the unknown, right in the middle of the stress, right in the middle of everything that feels unsettled. Philippians 4 verse 7 reminds us, and the peace of God, which transcends all understanding, will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. Let those words sink in for a moment. This is a peace that goes beyond logic, beyond circumstances, beyond human understanding. It's not a peace that the world gives. It's not a temporary distraction. It's a deep, soul-level calm that holds you steady, even when the storm is still raging around you. This peace, it's protective. It guards your heart. It guards your mind. It stands like a shield around you, keeping anxiety, fear, and despair from consuming you. And the best part? It's available to you right now. You don't have to wait for things to calm down externally. His peace meets you where you are, in the middle of the tension, in the middle of the late-night tears, in the middle of the racing thoughts that won't stop. Take a slow breath, and imagine his peace settling over you like a gentle covering. Imagine it filling the empty spaces, quieting the noise inside, softening the hard edges of worry and fear. Imagine your heart guarded, protected by something stronger than the stress you're carrying. You don't have to earn this. You don't have to prove yourself worthy of it. Jesus offers it freely out of his love for you. Right here, right now, in this very moment, his peace is available to you. Even with the questions unanswered, even with the future unknown, even with all the pieces that still feel scattered. So let this be your reminder. You don't have to chase peace, you just have to receive it. Open your heart, even just a little, and let his calm settle deep within you. Let it wrap around your weary soul like a soft blanket after a long day. His peace sits for you even now, breathing space for your soul. So take a deep breath. Right here, right now, let this be your breathing space. A pause in the middle of the noise. Inhale his grace. Feel it filling your lungs. Feel it reaching the places inside you that feel tired, drained, worn thin. And as you slowly exhale, let the tension go. Let the weight you've been carrying, even the invisible kind, begin to lift. Let the tightness in your chest loosen. Let your shoulders drop from where you've been holding them, tense, without even realizing it. Let your hands unclench. Let your heart rest. You've been strong for so long. You've been holding so much together, juggling responsibilities, emotions, expectations, trying to stay calm on the outside. Even when on the inside, you felt anything but calm. But you don't have to keep holding it all. Not today. Not in this moment. You can set it down. Jesus is with you. Right now, closer than your next breath. You're not expected to carry the full weight of your life alone. That was never the plan. He sees the pressure you're under. He feels the ache in your heart. He knows the thoughts that have been racing through your mind. The what ifs, that I should have, the what happens next. And still, he leans in gently, patiently, whispering to your weary soul, I've got you. You don't have to carry this by yourself. Let this moment be what it is. A safe place, a soft landing, a breath of peace when everything else feels rushed and loud. You don't have to rush back to the noise just yet. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to simply be in his presence. So breathe in again. Inhale his grace, the kind that covers your mistakes, your doubts, your imperfections. And as you exhale, picture the stress leaving your body, the anxiety, the fear, the overwhelm. Let all go for now. This doesn't mean everything will be perfect the moment you stand back up. It doesn't mean all your problems will disappear. But it does mean this. You're not carrying it all alone anymore. You never really were, and you never will have to. Jesus is with you, carrying what you can't, holding you steady when your strength runs low, surrounding you with peace, even in the middle of the unknown. So for these next few minutes, stay here if you can. Let your heart rest. Let your mind breathe. And let his love fill the empty places once again. You're not alone in this. Whatever stress you're carrying, whatever weight has been sitting heavy on your chest, whatever unknowns are looming ahead that you just can't seem to figure out, I want you to hear this. Really hear it. You are not walking through it alone. Not now. Not ever. Even when it feels like no one fully understands, even when the people around you can't see how much you're struggling, even when you've been putting on a brave face just to get through the day, Jesus sees it all, every bit of it, and he's near. You're not expected to carry the full weight of your life alone. That was never the plan. He sees the pressure you're under. He feels the ache in your heart. He knows the thoughts that have been racing through your mind. The what ifs, that I should have, the what happens next. And still, he leans in gently, patiently, whispering to your weary soul, I've got you. You don't have to carry this by yourself. Let this moment be what it is. A safe place, a soft landing, a breath of peace when everything else feels rushed and loud. You don't have to rush back to the noise just yet. You're allowed to pause. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to simply be in his presence. So breathe in again. Inhale his grace, the kind that covers your mistakes, your doubts, your imperfections. And as you exhale, picture the stress leaving your body, the anxiety, the fear, the overwhelm. Let all go for now. This doesn't mean everything will be perfect the moment you stand back up. It doesn't mean all your problems will disappear. But it does mean this. You're not carrying it all alone anymore. You never really were, and you never will have to. Jesus is with you, carrying what you can't, holding you steady when your strength runs low, surrounding you with peace, even in the middle of the unknown. So for these next few minutes, stay here if you can. Let your heart rest, let your mind breathe, and let his love fill the empty places once again. You're not alone in this. Whatever stress you're carrying, whatever weight has been sitting heavy on your chest, whatever unknowns are looming ahead that you just can't seem to figure out, I want you to hear this. Really hear it. You are not walking through it alone. Not now. Not ever. Even when it feels like no one fully understands, even when the people around you can't see how much you're struggling, even when you've been putting on a brave face just to get through the day, Jesus sees it all, every bit of it, and he's near, closer than your next breath, closer than the thoughts swirling through your mind, closer than the anxiety sitting in your stomach. He's not distant. He's not distracted. He's not too busy with someone else's story. Right now, in this exact moment, he is fully present with you, holding you in ways you can't always see, but that your heart can start to feel even now. Maybe you felt invisible lately. Like people see the version of you that's smiling, that's functioning, but they miss the tired eyes, the deep sighs, the long moments of staring at the wall wondering how you'll get through the rest of the day. But Jesus hasn't missed any of it. He's seen every tear you didn't let fall, every prayer you whispered when no one else was listening, every anxious thought that's kept you awake at night. He's not just watching from afar. He's leaning in close, surrounding you with his love, wrapping you in comfort that doesn't depend on your circumstances, speaking peace over your heart, even when everything around you feels uncertain. You don't have to have the right words to reach him. You don't have to know the perfect prayer to get his attention. You have it already. His heart, it's turned toward you. Always has been, always will be, even when you feel distant, even when you feel numb, even when you're not sure what you believe anymore. He remains near, right here in this quiet moment. He's holding you, not in a vague, distant way, but personally, intimately, as if you're the only person in the world. Because to him, you matter that much. So, let yourself rest in that truth for a second longer. Let yourself breathe it in. You're not walking this road alone. You never were. And even if the path ahead feels dark or confusing, he'll walk every single step with you. No matter how messy, no matter how uncertain, no matter how overwhelmed you feel, he's not going anywhere. You are seen, you're loved, and you are held right here in this quiet moment by the one who understands you completely and loves you unconditionally. Let his presence settle over you. Before this video ends, before you move on to the next thing, before the noise of life rushes back in, just sit here for a few seconds longer. Let this moment linger. Let yourself breathe in the stillness. Let your heart stay soft, open, unhurried. Let his love settle over you like a gentle covering, wrapping around every part of you that feels worn, tired, or stretched thin. Let it reach the places you've been too busy to notice, the quiet corners of your heart that have been longing for peace, for comfort, for something steady to hold on to. Let his peace, real peace, fill the empty spaces, the parts where worry has lived, the places where anxiety has been sitting far too long, the moments where fear tried to take root. Let all of that begin to lift, even if just a little, as his presence settles in. You don't have to rush back to the noise just yet. The world can wait a little longer. The responsibilities, the notifications, the endless to-do lists, they'll all still be there when you're ready. But right now, this is your space, your time to simply be. You're allowed to stay, to sit still, to breathe deep, to rest without guilt, to let go without fear, and to lean into the safety of his love without holding back. You don't have to be strong right now. You don't have to have answers. You don't even have to know what tomorrow will bring. You're allowed to just be held by him, by the one who understands your heart better than you do, by the one who doesn't grow tired of you, by the one who is patient with your healing, your growth, your process. So as this moment comes to a close, let his love stay with you. Let his peace follow you into whatever comes next. And remember, you're never, ever walking this life alone. He's with you, even now. A prayer over the listener. Jesus, for the one listening right now. You see them. You know the stress they're carrying, the thoughts that won't slow down, the weight that feels too heavy for them today. Right now, would you quiet their anxious thoughts, calm the racing in their mind, and speak peace over their heart? Lift the heavy burden they've been holding, the invisible load that no one else sees, but you do. Give them space to breathe again, to feel safe, to feel seen, to feel held. Wrap them in your peace, the kind of peace that goes deeper than circumstances, deeper than understanding, a peace that settles in and stays, even when life feels uncertain. And Jesus, remind them that they are not alone in this, not in this moment, not in the moments to come, not in the nights when fear creeps in, not in the days that feel too long to carry. You are with them, right here, right now, closer than their next breath, holding them steady, loving them fully, without hesitation, without limits. So let your presence fill the room where they are. Let your love rest heavy on their heart, and give them the assurance that you've got them, and you won't let them go. Even here, even now. Amen.